for today. So we're pretty much still range bound. I think that's fairly clear at the moment. So if you look at it that way, we're starting from the 8 hour at the moment, and you can see we have been in this range most of last week and most of this week so far. A little bit of noise on this pin bar here, but I think the critical aspect at the moment is that we are above the moving average and we're staying above the moving average, and we are still making higher lows. You can see there's a previous, well, go back here, low, higher low, higher low. Okay, so from a fractal perspective, this is the last low. I'm not too keen to use that. I'd prefer to use this one because this was pure noise. This, okay. The Let's want to get down to 3 hour because the flag has broken. Not convincingly, but there's a couple of things. So firstly, that was the triangle. Okay, if we remember from a couple of weeks ago, there was our triangle. Broke, came back to test, broke. Haven't really tested it again. So the question is, was this a fake out on the triangle? Difficult to ascertain. But if we take the first two fractals here, that's the start of our flag. There's our flag there. And we have broken and we've come back to retest. So that's good enough for me. I think this level here is what I'm looking at. And obviously we are also sort of in a range. So if I do that and we delete the flag break and we just put another level right at the bottom here, we're in a range. But even that is still a flag. Okay, strong move up, range. The length of time we've been in this range indicates that it could break either way. My bias is still to the upside. Okay, so I'm still expecting a retest of this area. And the way that this has been consolidating here, this little bit of consolidation here is not going to offer that much resistance. It will offer resistance, but if you compare that consolidation to the current consolidation we're in, I somehow think we're probably going to pause a bit there, but I can't see anything really exciting that's going to hold us up. So for me, that is the area that we are targeting. So it's somewhere around 3 to 80. Now if we just come to the left here, you'll see there is a bit of resistance here, but I'd actually just add that level in, which is pretty strong resistance, as well as the opening of the gap. And then the last thing is the gap itself. Okay. Now, let's just get down to the hour and then let's just look at some of the fundamentals that are driving us at the moment. So you can see from the hour, after this little bit of mishap of news, we did a rally, formed a bit of a double top, came back down, and we sort of closed down here. We gapped up, and now we're starting to run again. I'm pretty sure we're going to attack this level again, which is 3158, and I'm anticipating a move above that level. Okay, so that's the area that I want to see us break above, come and retest and hold before looking for the any long-term longs. Well, when I say long-term, it's probably short-term longs, but looking for something which is going to target this area here of, and it's at least 1,000 points. Okay, now fundamentals. So we have the trade war. That's this pin bar here. So is the trade pact intact? Is there an issue? So there's still some sentiment around that, but I think the virus is what's driving it. So as countries are reopening their economies, obviously the infection rate is going up. But there is a lot of noise in the press at the moment around vaccines. And even in my own country, South Africa, we announced yesterday that Wits University has got a vaccine which they are going into trial with before the end of this week. So there is and I think in America there's 4 or 5 different vaccine trials that are also kicking off this week or have kicked off already. So I think what you're seeing is the market sitting in limbo, waiting for some positive news around that. And not the problem with that, but the reality of waiting in limbo like this. you can only anticipate that something is going to happen. Somebody is going to have a breakthrough, which is going to drive this thing to the stratosphere. Can't see everybody failing. Somebody out of all the people that are frantically trying to put something together will make it work. And I think the other thing that you need to bear in mind is just come back to the business side of this. Whoever does create that vaccine is going to, whichever company does it, is going to be pretty wealthy. Their share price is going to rocket. They're going to make some serious money out of the vaccine. So don't think it's all for love and charity. There is a lot of money involved in this little game that's going on at the moment. So that's why I'm still very, very optimistic that we will hit these levels. We will more than likely close that gap. And that, for me, is the area where I probably see what's going to transpire. Looking at the NASDAQ's at all-time highs. Tech stocks are flying. So I'm very much anticipating this thing to continue up. Okay, so we haven't had a really decent breakout yet. We hit the top of the range, came back down, and the trick now is we've had a retracement off the top, and this is just setting up so beautifully for a decent break at the moment. So I'm still patient and looking for this. I may actually start scaling in on a break and retest of this area here of 3137. Okay, but that is pretty much my view at the moment. Okay, so anyway, guys, depending how you want to trade this, you either want to trade the range. I don't see us coming down to the bottom of the range unless we get some pretty volatile news to come out. I think this is all just pricing in what's happening, specifically around the trade agreement with China, and secondly around the vaccines that are underway at the moment. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking for longs and anticipating a breakout of this consolidation phase pretty soon, if not today, tomorrow or Friday. I think we should get some kind of a breakout. Okay, hope it helps, and we'll catch you guys later. Cheers for now.